Hello and welcome once again to my channel. So this is a 2D tutorial drawing for beginners in AutoCAD, and here in this lesson I'm going to show you how to use the circle command and also the polar array command to create this geometry. You can see here I use the polar array command to create these circles, and also use the circle commands to cut out these arcs. So I'm going to use the dimensions on this very drawing to recreate it side by side with this. So I'll move this one aside and start the drawing afresh from this point. Okay, so I'll have to start first with this portion of the drawing. And first I'll have to draw a circle of 65 diameter. So come over here to the draw panel, click on this circle, click on the arrow below it, and click on center diameter. Now draw a circle of diameter 64. So I'm going to choose it here at the center point and enter 64. Okay. Then I'm going to draw another circle again of 50 diameter. So click on the circle command again and choose center diameter. Locate the center of this and draw another circle of 50 diameter. Alright, so I have to create this portion now. You can see this thickness is 12. So what I'll do here is draw a line, click on the line command, and draw a line from the center point of these two circles and terminate it at the quadrant point of this bigger circle, and enter. Okay, now since this gap is 12, what I'll do next is to use the offset command to offset this line by 6 on both sides. So come to the modify panel, click on the offset command and enter 6. Enter. Then click on this line, offset to the right, enter. Click on the line again, offset to the left, enter. Okay, and enter. So I'm going to trim out some portions here. So come over here to the modify panel, click on the trim command, trim out these lines, trim out this portion, and also trim out these ones. Also zoom in and trim out these portions. Click on the trim command again and trim out this portion and also trim out this. Okay. So next I'll have to use the polar array command to array this along the periphery of this circle. So come over to the modify panel and click on the arrow command and choose polar array. Click on this, enter. Now it says specify center point of array. Okay, this center point, Now by default, I will have 6, but I only need 8 of this. So what I'll do next is to right click on items, and then enter 8. Then right click, enter and exit. Okay, so next I'll have to trim out some portions of this as well. So come again over to the modify panel and click on the trim command. Now trim out these portions, and also trim out this. Okay. So again I have to also create these circles, but first I'll have to draw a circle of diameter 126 to locate the centers of these very circles. So again, click on the circle command and choose center diameter. Click on this arrow, choose center diameter. Now locate the center of this geometry here and enter 126, which is this. 126. Okay. So to create these circles, I'll have to draw a circle of diameter 19 at the quadrant point of this circle. So come over to the draw panel, click here, choose center diameter, Locate the quadrant point of this circle at this point. That's the quadrant point. Now enter 19 with the diameter. So I have to draw another circle again, this time of radius 16. So come again to the drop panel, click on this arrow, this time choose center radius. Locate the center of this circle and enter 16. Okay. So again with the polar array command, I will array this circle along the periphery of this one. So come over again to the modify panel and click on this icon, which is the polar array command. Now highlight these two circles, enter. Now specify center point, and center point. So again by default there are 6 of these, but I need only 5. So right click, click on items, and enter 5. Enter and exit this command. Okay. So again, I'm going to trim out this portion, or delete this circle for now. Delete this circle. Alright, so next I'm now going to create this arcs. You can see the radius is also 50. So I'm going to use a different command of the circle command to do this. And it's going to be the tan radius command of the circle command. So come over right here on the drop panel. Click on the arrow beside this circle. So this time I'm going to choose the tan radius command. Click on it. Now here I'm going to draw a circle. Draw a circle that will be tangential to this circle and also tangential to this circle. So touch this circle until it shows the far tangent. Click on it. Hover this over here. When it shows the far tangent, click on it. Now enter the radius, which is 50. Enter 50 as radius. So that's it. Let's also trim out some portion of this circle. So come over to the modify panel, click on the trim command, and trim it off from here. Enter and exit. Okay, so next again I'll have to use the polar array command to array this. So come again over to the modify panel and click on the polar array command, which is this. Click on this arc. Enter. It says again specify center point of the array. The center point is here. Enter. Again I have 6. And all I need here is 5. So I'm going to right click, click on items, and enter 5. Enter and exit. Okay. So that's beginning to take shape now. So next I'll have to trim out also some portions of this circle. So come over to the modify panel, click on the trim command. Now trim out this, trim out this, trim out this, trim out this, and also trim out this. Alright. Now with the join command, I'm going to join all this because you can see they are all broken. You can see they're in pieces. So the join command, I'm going to join the whole of them up. So we'll either come over to the modify panel, click on this arrow and choose join, or simply type J and click on join. Now highlight the whole of this and enter. So you can now see that here I have just one polyline, and also here I have just one polyline. So they are all joined now. So next I'm going to show you how to create these center lines. So I have to draw a circle of 126 diameter to create this center line that cuts across the circles. So come over to the drop panel, click on this arrow and choose center diameter. Then draw a circle of diameter 126 from this center. Enter 126. Okay. Now draw another line from this center. Draw another line up to this very point. That's okay. Now here again I'm going to use the polar array command to array this line up to 4 different locations. So come over here, click on the polar array command, click on this line, locate the endpoint. Here I have 6 as well, but I need only 4. So I'm going to right click, click on items and enter 4. Enter and exit. Okay, so next I will now have to convert this circle and these 4 lines to center line. Though this is a circle, but I will convert it to a center line circle. So what I'll do here is to highlight this circle and these 4 lines. So right click and choose the properties for them. Click on properties. Now from this drop down window, I have to select the center line from this drop down list and apply it. So come over here and search for the line. Okay, when you scroll down, you can see here center line. This is center line 2. Click on it. And also I have to space it out for it to appear properly. So to do that, I have to come over here. This is just one. The scale is 1. I'm going to scale it up, make it 12. Let me scale it up to 12. And enter. And exit. You can see that these lines have now appeared very properly. So you can close the window. So the next I'll do now is to show you how to apply the dimensions, which I have right here. So to put these dimensions, come over here on the annotation panel, click on this arrow. Okay, you can see here linear, aligned, angular, length and all that. So here I have to apply this dimension and it's in diameter. So all I have to do is to come over here and click on diameter. Now I have to dimension this. Click on this line. You can see that it automatically does that. Enter. Alright, so that's the dimension of that center line. Now I have to dimension this once as well. So click right here. Click on diameter. Click on this. This is 64 diameter. What is this? Click on this. You can see that is 64. Let's choose another one again. This is 60. Click here and also choose diameter. Click on this portion, the circle. 50 diameter. So come over here again. Click here. Choose linear. Because I want to dimension this portion. So click on this. Click on this. You can see that is 12. So you can do same to other portions of the drawing using this method by choosing the type of dimension you want to apply from the annotation panel by clicking on this arrow. So again, I have to apply the thickness on these polylines. That's on this polyline and all the circles on this as well. So what I'll do here is to highlight them and apply the thickness. So click on this one. Click on this. Click on the circles. Now I'm going to right click and click on properties. So here I can change the thickness of these lines to whatever dimension I want. So come over here, click on this. This is right layer. Click on this. Okay, so here you can select the thickness of the line I want. You can click on this arrow. You can see that the lines are increasing in thickness. You cannot choose any of the thickness you want to apply. Let's choose this and enter. Okay, so that has been applied. You can now close the window. So here is the 2D drawing now completed. You can see that the dimensions have been applied. The thickness of the polylines have been applied. You can also see how the axe and the polar array commands were used in this drawing. So thank you for watching and please do subscribe for more of my tutorials.